Hey guys, how's it going? Kevin Cleary here with a knife video for you. Today I've got a first impressions that honestly I've been pretty excited to make. This, of course, is the Demko production fixed blade, the Freereign. Before I pop this out, let me just give you a couple quick points from the outside of the knife and we'll kind of work our way in. It's not the way I always do things, but we're here, so let's do it this way. The sheath construction is pretty interesting, and it's one of the things that was compelling about this knife. So what they've got here is this blue portion on the outside is, glass reinforced nylon. Interior, where the blade is going to make contact, this is a nylon or plastic or something that doesn't have any glass fibers in it. The idea being that the glass fibers can dull your blade as it goes in and out of the sheath. So really thoughtful approach there. I gotta say, I really like that. The other thing you can see here, there's lots of variation for attachment points, and you can see this just screws off and you could certainly move it. Not gonna work great for like a scout style carry. If that's what you're into, you'd have to maybe use some 511 or some paracord here, or go with a different strap. There are lots of straps out there, and because of the variation here, you're going to be able to find lots of different attachments that'll work for you. So that's the first. Those are the things I wanted to point out on the sheath. There is this button up here for further retention, but this has very high retention, at least as it stands. Remember, this is still a first impression, so I haven't been able to spend a lot of time with this, but I will say it's quite stiff. The extraction here takes a fair bit of force, which I'll show you why that is. So you can see these ridges here inside the sheath. That's what's retaining the knife as the guard here pops past them. I don't know how that's, you can already see there's a bit of a mark here, so I don't know how that's going to go over time. Is it going to cause damage to that handle, over the 10,000th extraction or something? Hopefully not. I'll update that when I get to a full review. And if you've got one of these and you've had it for a long time, let us know down in the comments how that's held up for you. Now that we've got the knife out, let's take a look at the blade. The blade here, as you can see, drop point blade, flat grind, AUS 10 steel. 3/16 on the blade stock thickness there. We've got some nice little jimping back here on the spine for this kind of thing. And I will say, I like, if you're going to have this heavy sort of outdoor style approach, that does make a nice, soft, comfortable grip for your thumb, just because it's so thick and wide there. Made in Taiwan. You can see the blade steel there as well. Moving down to this handle, we've got a very heavily textured rubberized handle. So the grip on this is extremely comfortable. And again, that's good and bad. We've had comments about that before with other knives where a rubberized handle is great for comfort, but it's not always great for longevity. Something G10 here, could possibly be a little more compelling. Again, this is something that you got to kind of wait over time to see. There is a lanyard hole here in case you wanted to do that. Now, this is not a knife that's big enough or long enough to do any kind of chopping with, so the lanyard becomes, less compelling to me. It is a full tang, so you can see you've got the extended tang there for any kind of, crushing or banging that you might need to do in your work. So that's a quick rundown of the features, the functions, the things that I found compelling about this knife. I have to comment as well, the design of this overall I find very attractive. This is a really nice looking knife. I generally am drawn to Demko designs anyway, if I'm honest. So it's got an aesthetic that I find very pleasing to begin with. And in person, it's even a little more striking. So I've got to say, I do like this a lot. And despite the couple little gripes there that I made, I look forward to getting to spend some time using this. I'm really actually excited about that. Let's give you a size and weight on this. The blade here is 5 inches long. The handle is like 4 7/8. So the overall size here is 9 7/8. If you put it in the sheath, that's going to bump you up to like 10 3/4 inches overall. All right, so that's what you're dealing with in terms of carry. The weight on this is going to be 11 ounces with the sheath. If you go sans sheath, the knife alone is 7.38 ounces. So again, I don't know, that doesn't mean a whole lot. It does feel really good in hand. And my first impression is to be fairly impressed with this. This is a really interesting knife that I find rather compelling. Look forward to getting to spend some time with this. I also plan to make a few other videos. I don't have my Line Steel M4 with me right here. It was in my truck, which is in the shop, sadly. But I do have the Cold Steel Master Hunter, and I do want to do a side-by-side comparison between these two as well as the Line Steel M4. So you'll see some further content coming with the Demko Freereign. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We will talk to you soon.